Good morning one and all. Now in today's class we will be studying about the principles of organization. In that first one is principle of definition. Now what do you mean by definition? Now the rules and responsibilities which have been given, to each and every employee working in the organization are being defined or it is fixed. Definition means what? It is the responsibilities are being fixed or defined. Okay, which responsibilities are being given to each and every individual who is working in the organization. Okay, like suppose for example, like top management, he will be given what responsibilities are there. Then middle level management, what responsibilities are being given to the middle level management and the lower level management. So whatever responsibilities are being given or what charge is been given to each and every individual, it is been defined or it is fixed. Means the responsibilities are being fixed. Is it clear? Like suppose you take for example that in case of a production department, when the products are being manufactured, there will be three processes, that is process 1, process 2 and process 3. In process 2, like collection of all the raw materials will be there. Then process 2, work in progress will be there, and process 3, finished goods are there. So like that way, what responsibility is been given to which workers are working in process 1, that responsibility will be given to them. Which workers are working in process 2, that responsibilities are fixed and given to them. And which workers are working in process 3, that responsibility will be given to them. That is called as a principle of definition, means defined or fixed. Then principle of objective. Now what do you mean by objective? Now each and every organization, they will be having certain fixed objectives of the company. What are the main objectives of the company? Like profit making. So like that way the objectives of the company are being defined. The next one, principle of division of labor. Now what do you understand by division of labor? Division of labor means what? Now the total work of the organization, it is been divided into different parts and different subparts. It is not possible for a single alone individual to handle or complete entire work. So because of that only the work is being distributed or the work is being divided among all the members who are working in the organization. That is called as a division of labor. Like simple thing is that how the various departments will be there in the organization, like HR, finance, marketing. So among those all departments the work will be distributed or the work will be divided. That is called as a principle of division of labor. Means how the total work of the organization, it will be divided into various parts. The next one is principle of authority. Now who is having the authority in the organization? Now usually the top management will be having that authority. Authority means what? The position. And the responsibility will be given to the lower level management. So authority and responsibility will go hand in hand. Authority means what? The top level management, they will be having the authority, power or position. And next we can see principle of responsibility. What responsibility has been there is been given to the lower level management. Like suppose think that the top management is having the authority or position, he will give whatever responsibility and tell what work to do to the middle level management or lower level management. So that responsibility has to be given. The next one is principle of efficiency. Now what do you mean by efficiency? Now which worker is termed as an efficient worker? Like who is capable, who is able to handle or do any kind of a work, that particular person is called as an efficient worker. Like similarly in the organization, we need to classify that which workers are efficient and which workers are inefficient. That is called as principle of efficiency. To see whether the workers are efficient enough, or capable enough in order to handle or do that particular work. And inefficient means what? Which workers are not capable, are not able to handle or do any kind of work. These workers are called as inefficient. The next one, principle of uniformity. Now what do you mean by uniformity? Uniformity means what? It should remain uniform or constant. It should not be changeable. Like many a times what happens, if things keep on changing, that time it becomes difficult for the workers to understand the work properly. So there should be a constancy or there should be a uniform, or Uniformity means what? Everything should remain permanent or constant. The next one, principle of leadership facilitation. Now what do you mean by leadership? To see that whether the leader is having those leadership skills and qualities or not. Okay, means a leader should be very sincere, honest, hardworking, optimistic, positive thinker. Okay, so that is called as principle of leadership facilitation, to see whether the leaders are having those skills and qualities. Okay, now it doesn't mean that each and every individual may be possessing the efficient leadership skills and qualities. So they should have the leadership qualities which are there. Like as I've told you, what kind of leadership qualities should be there. Means a leader should be very sincere, honest, hardworking, positive thinker, like that. Then principle of flexibility. What do you mean by flexibility? Changes. Okay, means it doesn't mean that the organization should run with the same old routine pattern which is there. Okay, apart from that, some kind of changes can be brought in the organization. Like imagine that if a new machine has been introduced or launched in the company. Okay, so because of that also changes can be done. Introduction of a new product or new machine. The next one, principle of joint decision. Now what do you mean by joint decision? Okay, now suppose it is not possible for a single alone individual to take a decision. The decision can be taken jointly. Like for example, I'll give you, if any employee has to be selected in the organization, if the HR manager he is not able to understand which employees to be selected and which employees to be rejected, he can take the opinion of the top level management and afterwards he can take a decision. That is called as a principle of joint decision. So these are the principles of organization. First one was principle of definition. Definition means what? Define or fix whatever the rules, regulations and duties, responsibilities are there. So all the duties and responsibilities have been defined and fixed. Then principle of objective. Objective means what? Like there are certain objectives of the company. So here whatever objectives have been set, according to those objectives they have to follow. Then principle of division of labor. What do you mean by division of labor? How the total work of the organization, it has been divided into different parts and different subparts. Okay, then if the work is been divided among different parts and subparts, that time what happens, the work will become easy and everything, time also will be saved. Then principle of authority and responsibility. Authority is there with the top level management and responsibility is there with the top level management. They will give whatever responsibility to the middle level and lower level management. Then principle of efficiency. Efficiency means what? To test whether the individual is efficient or inefficient. How to know whether the person is efficient or not. Okay, so because of that some work can be given to the workers or individuals and test their efficiency level to see that whether they are capable in order to handle that particular work or not. Then principle of uniformity. Uniformity means what? Remaining uniform or constant. Okay, means they should, whatever the responsibility has been given to the individuals, it should remain firm, uniform or constant. The next one, principle of leadership facilitation. What do you mean by leadership? Like to see that whether the individuals are possessing the leadership skills and qualities or not. Like a leader should be very sincere, honest, hardworking, positive thinker. Okay. Then principle of flexibility. Flexibility means what? Some kind of changes can be brought in the organization. Now here the organization will not run with the same routine pattern which is there. Apart from that, some new changes can be brought in the company. Changes means what? Okay, like suppose if a new machine is been brought in the organization, how those changes can be brought. Then principle of joint decision. Now suppose it is not possible for a alone individual in order to take a decision, he can try to take the opinion of other person and then take a joint decision. Like for example, I have told you that if you want to select a person, individual or candidate in the organization, if a person is not able to take a decision firmly, what he can do, the HR manager can take the opinion of the top level management and then take a decision. So these are the various principles of organization. Thank you.